Welcome to this Pilates flow class. We'll start today on our backs on our mat, and just allow yourself to land on the mat. Allow spine to hang long, allow soles of the feet to land, and just allow arms to open up, finding a little bit of rest. And if we've not met before, my name is Kira. I'm so happy to be here practicing with you today. And just taking this time to allow your eyes to close. Taking some time to notice your breath. Steady inhales, steady exhales. And just notice how you're doing today. Notice how you're feeling. Notice where your breath is sitting in space. So maybe your breath is sitting really low and into your belly. Maybe it's a little bit higher up into the chest or the rib cage. Maybe your breath is sitting a little bit more shallow and into the throat. And wherever it is sitting, just take note of it. Don't try and change or make any sudden movements with the breath. Just take note. And just taking this moment to do a gentle body scan, starting from the crown of the head and making your way down to the toes, asking yourself, how are you doing today? How are you feeling? And then when it feels good, allowing fingers to release onto the rib cage. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Allow the fingers to almost mimic the ribs. So right hand drops on top of right rib, left hand drops on top of left. And just allow yourself to land here, starting to now fill up the breath through the rib cage. So we think about almost like a balloon filling or a 360-degree breath. We really nice breathe in through the nose. Fill it up. You notice that the hands press into the ribs. And then exhale through the back of the teeth. Beautiful. And starting to continue to breathe like that. Big inhale through the nose. Fill it up. And exhale, release. And notice what that does to the core as you breathe through the back of the teeth, starting to almost pull the belly button in towards the spine. Big inhale through the nose. And then exhale, release. Two more like that, big inhale. And exhale. And last one, big inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Allow the hands to walk themselves down to the pelvis, starting to create a triangle with those fingers. So index fingers comes together, thumbs come together, and then we land those hands on top of the pelvis. We start to frame our pelvis with that triangle and think about a marble dropping into the center of the triangle. Allow yourself to land there. Make sure feet are about hip distance apart if they're not already. And you can kind of walk the heels towards the bum, maybe like a hand's distance from the bum is always good. Allow for that marble to drop through the center of that triangle. Once we arrive here, we start to find a little inhale. We tip the marble forward towards the index fingers. Notice how the lower back tends to arch here. And maybe you get a little bit of overarching of the back, and then start to send that marble back towards the thumbs. Lengthen through the lower back, press the lower back into the mat. And as we move through this here, starting to find our inhales to tip it forward, really nice big arch of the back. And as we exhale, we bring it back. See what's happening in your bum. Sometimes it's very easy to clench and squeeze the bum. Let's keep the bum relaxed. So maybe you shake out those legs and think about the pelvis just moving or rocking forward and back. Doesn't have to be a really exaggerated motion, just slow and steady as you move here. Beautiful. And then start to come back through your middle point. So the place where the marble stays still in the middle of that triangle, a little bit of space between your lower back, but just enough space where you could fit a blueberry or a grape underneath there. And then from here, send those arms lovely and long on the mat. Start to activate triceps, push the palms into the mat, and allow the feet to ground through the floor. Beautiful. We start to think about that pelvic rock. We're going to start to tuck the tailbone under. We find the exhale. We lift the hips any amount. Maybe hips lift for the ceiling, but hips are leading us. Rib cages are staying underneath the hips. Beautiful. And then slow and steady start to roll down one vertebrae at a time, finding a nice little massage through that back. Beautiful. As you arrive at the bottom, take an inhale. Beautiful. Use the exhale, tuck and lift all the way to the ceiling. Arriving here, root through feet, root through arms, through shoulders. And then slow and steady roll down, one vertebrae at a time, arriving at the bottom. Beautiful. Last one here. Tuck the tail, lift the hips, find your breath. Arrive at the top. Pressing those palms into the floor, strong and steady. And then slow and steady, we roll down one vertebrae at a time, arriving at the bottom. Beautiful. Allow your feet to land, reset it up, find your neutral spine. This time we're gonna lift and lower, but hips are gonna lift in one piece. So as hips lift, we think about that side squeeze of the bum, and then we start to lower down. We allow the hips to just hover from the mat, and then we send the hips right back up. We are here, lowering down for 8, squeeze, 7, we squeeze, 6, squeezing at the top, beautiful, for 5, squeeze at the top for 4, squeeze for 3, for 2, last one here, just holding at the top, find strength through the bum, little bit more squeeze through the glutes, allow knees to track forward for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last 8, we hold, 8, 7, 6, in 5, we're gonna start to pulse the knees out wide slightly, in 3, 2, and 1, we take it 8, in, 7, in. Now, notice how the feet are staying nice and still as we move. Bum is on and active, and if you start to feel this too much into the back of your hamstrings, just walk your heels a little bit closer to your bum. Last 3, bring it in, and 2, bring it in, last 1, beautiful, hold it nice and tight, and then start to roll down one vertebrae at a time as you arrive at the bottom. Beautiful, hug the knees into the chest, allow yourself to land there. Amazing. Start to find circles with those knees out nice and wide, circle it back through your center line, take a moment to pause, and then rounding through the spine. And then rounding back in that circle, the opposite direction. Beautiful. Allow your soles of the feet to land back and onto the mat. Hands are gonna come back and behind the head. We can glue the hands to the back of the head just to protect the back of the neck. Beautiful. From here, feet stay on the floor. We're just gonna start to warm up the core, find a gentle little ab prep. So we start to find a little lift through the chest. We send the gaze over the knees, and then slow and steady, we lower down. Beautiful. Big inhale as we lower, use the exhale to lift. Little ab curl. We got it. Find your breath as we lift. Exhale through the back of the teeth. Big inhale. And exhale, lift. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. Last one, lift. Let's hold. Let's hold here. Find the 8 count for 8. Beautiful. Keep the gaze over the knees. For 6. 4. 2. And 1. Lower down. Awesome. From here, we're gonna start to hug that right leg into tabletop. So knee comes over the hip. We start to keep that leg 90 degrees. And then from here, we can start to lift up through head, neck, and chest. And then we can lower everything down. So toe taps the mat, hand taps the mat, and then we pick it back up. Find that exhale, we lift. Beautiful. Tap it down, big inhale. Exhale, lift. Beautiful. For 5. Lift it up. For 4. For 3. For 2. And last one, lift and hold here, allow elbows to come wide, find your breath, big inhale. Allow the core to build some heat, take your moment, find your breath, and lower it down. Beautiful, switching sides. Left leg reaches into that tabletop, we point the toe. We start to find that lift of head, neck, and chest. Beautiful, and then drop it all down together for 8, 7, 6, 5. And we're moving nice and slow. Remember to find that breath. For 4. For 3. For 2. Last one, lift and just hold it there for 8. Beautiful. We're strong through that core. Bum is nice and relaxed. Head is in those hands, allowing gaze to stay over that front knee. For 3, for 2, and 1. We lower it down. Take a second. Beautiful. This time we start to get a little bit more. So right leg lifts into tabletop, left leg lifts into tabletop. This is where you check in with those hip flexors. Maybe you squeeze inner thighs together, you point those toes. You get a little bit more connection. You can really squeeze the booty here if you need to. And we can start to lift through head, neck, and chest. If you're feeling a little bit grippy through the front of the hips, just take it a little bit wider. And if you're feeling this in your lower back, drop those feet off, just hold it here. Whenever you're ready, finding your breath, holding here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop head, neck, and chest. Hug the knees in. Take a moment in time. Beautiful. Hands come through the backs of the knees. Start to find your little rock and sway all the way to the top. Allowing yourself to land here. Palms open up nice and wide. Finding a big inhale. Show yourself some gratitude for arriving. And release it out. Beautiful. Swing those legs around. Let's come to all fours. So as we arrive in all fours, hands are under those shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. Let's untuck the toes this time and spread the fingers nice and wide. Remember that little micro bend through the elbows, so we push the floor away. We find that push and pull force, so it's always gonna pull us down. We wanna keep the floor pressing away, keep those shoulders strong and active. And then when you are ready, we're gonna start to reach the right arm forward. As right arm reaches forward, left toes are gonna reach back. So we're finding opposite arm to opposite leg, and we're supported through this left hand. So left hand's gripping underneath the shoulders, we're reaching lovely and long. Find length through fingers, through toes. Squeeze the bum, squeeze the arm, reach fingers and toes a little bit more. And then we start to tap the hand down, tap the toes down, and we hug it back up through center for 8. 7. Beautiful. Inhale to lower. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. Beautiful. Next time we reach, hold it there. For 3, 2, and 1. Release it down. Take a second, find your breath. Opposite side goes. Right leg reaches back, left arm reaches forward. We find that long line. We stretch fingers and toes a little bit more. We push that floor away. Belly button plugs in. We have a long spine. We start to find that reach. Tap it down. And hug it back up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, reach it lovely and long, hold there, and drop it down. Sending that leg back and behind us, lovely long leg. Let's flex the heel so we can almost drive the heel back and behind us, square off those hips. We're gonna start to bend the knee in towards the bum and then extend lovely and long. So as we bend the knee underneath the hip, we then drive the foot lovely and long back and behind us for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, reach it lovely and long, hold there. Beautiful. As we arrive here, come down onto that left forearm. Beautiful. Left forearm is grounded. We're pressing that left forearm into the floor, and then start to find a little bit of hinge on that left knee. So left toes reach back and behind you. And notice how now you've opened up the hip. So the right hip's now reaching for the ceiling. Beautiful. From here, little tent of those right fingertips. Start to find pulses with that back leg, reaching heel nice and long for 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Allow the leg to stay long. Start to bring elbow to meet the knee, but let's point the toe. Hug it on in and then extend it out. Nice big push. Inhale to bring it in. Exhale, send it long. Bring it in. Inhale.
Exhale, push for 5. Squeeze that bum as you reach that leg a little longer for 4. Reach. 3. Reach it up. 2. Reach. And 1. Reach it out. Lovely and long. Beautiful. Allow yourself to come back through those hands. Allow the legs to drop down. Awesome. Switching sides. Finding that left leg. So we are in that all fours position, flexing through those feet. Start to send that left leg back and behind. Reach the leg long for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, push it back. Last one. We reach it lovely and long back and behind us. From here, we start to come down on that right forearm. We have a fist through that right hand. We push through that forearm. We start to navigate those toes, navigate that knee, open up that hip. Beautiful. We can tent those left fingers if it feels good. Allow gaze to come forward, flexing and driving that heel. Pulse that foot up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Point the toe. Bring it in. Elbow to meet the knee for 8. Reach it back. 7. Reach it back. 6. Reach it back. 5. We got this. 4. Reach. 3. Reach it out. 2. Reach it out. Last one. Reach it out. Holding there for a second, and then drop it down. Take a second. Come back to your all fours. Reset up. Lift up. Downward facing dog. Allow yourself to arrive there. Beautiful. And then start to walk those hands towards the toes. Allow yourself to land in your forward fold. Tuck your chin in. Allow for some space. Beautiful. Walk those feet hip distance apart, and allow yourself to hang a little deeper, maybe even a bigger bend through the knees. Awesome. And then slow and steady stack the spine, 1 vertebrae at a time. As arms start to reach for the ceiling, let's sit down in a squat and then send it right back up. Beautiful. For 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Sit it low, holding there. Tiny pulses to the floor. Push those palms together for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fold it over. Beautiful. Allow head to hang heavy, shoulders to hang heavy. Beautiful. And then slow and steady stack the spine, 1 vertebrae at a time. Arms reach up and overhead. Big inhale. Sit down in that chair. Squats. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, sit it low, hold there, tiny pulses. 8, 7, push those hands into prayer. Allow those arms to activate. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stand it up, big inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Beautiful. Allow backs of the legs to stretch. Allow back of the neck to come long. Take a second. Shake the head yes. Shake the head no. Beautiful. Last round. We got it. Stack the spine. 1 vertebrae at a time. Arms reach up. Finding that squat for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, sit it low, tiny pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it there. Last 8, 7. Squeeze that booty a little bit more. We got it. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand it up tall. Beautiful. Tuck the chin into the chest. Rolling on down to those toes. Allow for some space. Awesome. Allow for breath here. Take a moment to pause. And then start to walk those hands out. We're starting to find that high plank position. Allow the hands and fingers to spread wide. Shoulders over those wrists. Knees reaching back and behind us. 3 counts. We start to find a little bit of a slower bicycle or mountain climber. Knee comes in. We step it back. Left. Step it back. Beautiful. We take it right. We step it back. We take it left. Step it back. Just hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees come wide. Send the bum back to the heels. Beautiful. So we're going to find 2 more rounds of that. We allow for those bicycles. We allow for a strong foundational hold. And then we come back to a little bit of rest. Beautiful. Set it back up. Hands plant, shoulders over those wrists. Tuck the back toes. Reach through the backs of the legs. Reach through the backs of the heels. Find your breath here. We take it in. We step it back. We take it in. We step it back. We take it in. We squeeze the bum. We take it in. We step it back and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. Send the bum back to the heels. Arms are long. Find your breath. Recollect yourself. Recollect your thoughts. Collect your mind. Connect with your breath. Big inhale. And exhale. Last one. Big inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Last and final round here. We got this all together. Hands come under those shoulders. Let the toes tuck back in behind us. We take it in. We step it back. 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 Hold it there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it off. Beautiful. Allow yourself to land there. Walk those hands back towards your heels and then come to seated on your heels. Allow yourself to land. Maybe you invite your eyes to close. Big inhale through the nose. And exhale. Lovely. Big inhale through the nose. And release it out. Last time, big inhale through the nose. And exhale. Lovely. Allow yourself to come to seated. Allow your spine to grow tall. Allow palms to open up wide. And just taking a moment to pause here. Come back to yourself. Come back to your mind, your physical shell. Take a second to pause before we move about our days again. And show yourself gratitude for arriving on the mat, wherever you are, whatever time it is, and allowing your body and mind exactly what it needs. Thank you so much for allowing me to practice with you. I hope you have a blessed day.